All right, let's sing. After the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Nigeria, we hail thee. In brotherhood we stand, Nigeria. All right, thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for ourselves? I don't want to take a risk for us to take the second stanza. Please ask your neighbor, how far? Do you know the second stanza? That'll be a bit of a risk. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and my singular honor to be given the privilege to stand in front of the very distinguished guests and dignitaries, stakeholders, royalties, and of course, Amazons and the ones who've been holding forth for us in this industry and of course in the society at large. Please, can you put your hands together for yourself again this beautiful morning? Thank you for joining us. I'd like to quickly permit me to recognize a few of our very distinguished dignitaries that are here with us. While we'll get ready for the opening glee, please stand by as we quickly recognize just a few of our very special dignitaries that are here with us this morning. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our very special guest, the Olori herself, Olori Temitope Enita Ogunwusi, the Royal Mother of the Day. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you very much for joining us. Our keynote speaker for today, the Amazon herself. Her work has spoken for her. I mean, the very concluded Lagos International Theatre Festival. I'm sure this space, the Muson Center, hadn't felt like that before. This space was utilized. Ladies and gentlemen, Bolanle Austin Peters. A round of applause for her. Thank you very much for joining us. Also, we have on that table the Managing Director, Nigerian Film Corporation, NFC, Dr. Ali Nuhu. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much. And of course, on the table, representing the Anyamosigwe family. In fact, there are three of them actually. We have George Anyamosigwe, Raymond Anyamosigwe, and Kennedy Anyamosigwe. Please, can we give them a triple round of applause? Thank you very much for joining us. All right, establishing that protocol, please permit me to move on as we have the opening glee. Ladies and gentlemen, please confirm that the Arts Niger dance troupe is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the next movement you'll be seeing will be the opening glee from the Arts Niger dance group. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that we're rich in culture and in heritage. Please a round of applause again for the troupe, Niger Dance Troupe. Please a round of applause for them again. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, the QR code for today's program will be put up on the screen very shortly. So please, you can just help snap and so you can get a QR code and follow us on the program. And also, I hear that it will also be placed on our tables, so that will come very shortly. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we also have very, very important dignitaries in the house. Please permit me to recognize this auspicious day. The Director, National Broadcasting Commission, who is here ably represented by Barrister Charles Ubuebu, Dr. Raphael Akani. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. Also, we have the Executive Head, General Entertainment Channels, Multi-Choice Group, Dr. Busola Tejimola. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you very much for joining us. And then we also have the Artistic Director of the National Troupe, who sent a delegation to join us this morning, ably led by Mrs. Monica Adeni. Please a round of applause for him too. We also have in the house one of our very strong veteran who has become a voice over years and is still speaking for us, the chairman of AVRS, Mr. Mashood Balogun. Sorry, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Balogun. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to quickly also bring to our notice that as part of our event today, we'll be having the repertoire. The repertoires are also on ground, and so all of the comments that we'll be making today will be put together, and of course it will bring us to having our position even spoken forth for our industry. And so for every of the panelists, I'd like us to pay a lot of attention to them, because it's us speaking for ourselves. And ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to welcome for his opening remarks. But just before he comes, would have to, okay, that's the QR code on the screen. Please help us to follow up with it. Just before he comes, I would like to take us through the journey that we've had. This is the 5th piece, Anyamo Sigwe Nigerian Digital Content Regulation Conference that we've had. But there's been a journey through this from the 1st up to the 5th edition. I'd like to take you through the journey shortly. Media, please. Media, please confirm. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please media confirm. Okay. You want to start it again so we can have the voices? Okay, while that is still loading, please permit me to welcome the man of the moment, the host of today's event, the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer, National Film and Video Censors Board, for his opening remarks. Please welcome Dr. Shaibu Husseini. I don't think that's enough for Dr. Shaibu Husseini. Please, another round of applause for Dr. Shaibu Husseini, whose goodwill in this industry had paid off over the many years. Thank you very much for all that you do, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, it took Okumamu to come and tell me to sit down somewhere. I shouldn't be going around, but I thank God. Your Royal Majesty, the representative of the Honorable Minister, and my brother MD of the Nigerian Film Corporation, Alinuhu. I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that I call him my brother MD. The people before us were fighting. But when we came, we became brothers for the common good of the industry. So we don't have any fights, no overlap. Everybody is doing their own bit. The able keynote speaker, the yeye of the stage and screen, Bolanle Austin Peters, who accepted to present the keynote today and engage in what will be a very revealing fireside chat. The President of the Federation of Registered Guilds and Associations, Honorable Saidi Balogun, representative of the Ayam Osigwe family, represented here by Mr. Raymond Ayam Osigwe, and I can't just call him alone. I have to call Uncle George and Uncle Kennedy too. They are all here. Please, a round of applause for them. My bonds in the arts who are all here present, too many to mention at this time. Presidents of guilds and associations, they are all here, from Association of Movie Producers, Directors Guild of Nigeria, all of them, too many to mention. My staff and management of the National Film and Video Censors Board, who have been on this journey with me, distinguished members of the press, my colleagues of the press. One of them told me this morning that he doesn't know whether I am on this side or on this side. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 5th edition of the Peace Ayam Osigwe Nigerian Digital Content Regulatory Conference. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to explore a theme that sits at the heart of our industry's future, which is from volume to value, the future of Nollywood in the digital age. As we reflect on how far we have come as an industry, it is important to acknowledge the vision that gave birth to this conference. Since its establishment in 2011, the Peace Ayam Osigwe has served as a unifying platform for industry professionals, thought leaders, innovators, and operators. Named in honor of the late iconic writer, filmmaker, and producer Peace Ayam Osigwe in 2023, this conference was designed to foster collaboration, knowledge, exchange, and responsible innovation, especially in a fast-evolving digital landscape. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it has now been a year and 8 months since I assumed office as the Executive Director and CEO of the National Film and Video Censors Board. In this time, we have worked with purpose and determination to strengthen the regulatory foundations of our industry while enabling creativity, innovation, and global competitiveness. Our journey has been exciting and instructive, marked by significant milestones. For instance, we have enhanced regulatory efficiency including the introduction of a quick comeback time for film classification. In fact, now it is done under 24 hours. Some people even do their classification under 5 hours. We have enabled filmmakers to obtain their certificates swiftly and to distribute their works without unnecessary delays. We have strengthened compliance and enforcement, ensuring that film meets statutory standards and that audiences, especially young people, are protected from harmful or unclassified content. We have fostered collaboration and digital innovation, leveraging technology to improve licensing, distribution processes, and the protection of intellectual property. These achievements are the result of hard work of the NFVCB management and staff, the cooperation of the industry stakeholders, and the resilience of the Nigerian creative community. I invite all of you to please help me to kindly give a warm applause to the staff and management of the National Film and Video Board who are here present. And indeed, if you are a staff or management, please just rise so that the applause will have meaning. These guys have been very wonderful. Please, you can sit down. Despite the progress that we have recorded, our industry continues to face challenges that demand urgent attention. One of the most pressing is the unauthorized uploading, streaming, and distribution of films on online platforms, especially the YouTube platforms and other digital channels, without recourse to the NFVCB for classification or licensing. The practice is a clear violation of the law establishing the NFVCB. Section 2B and E and Section 25, 28, and 31 of the NFVCB Act makes it an offense to upload, to distribute, to stream, or exhibit films or video works without recourse to the NFVCB for classification or licensing. Regrettably, many practitioners and even some telcos continue to distribute unclassified films. This, I think, must stop. So we appeal to all filmmakers, distributors, digital platforms, and telcos to comply fully with the law. As we look to the future, our commitment remains firm to build a Nollywood that is responsible, forward-looking, globally competitive, and anchored on a strong regulatory culture. We are deepening our digital licensing system, enhancing enforcement structures, and expanding capacity building initiatives to make compliance easier, faster, and more transparent. Today's conference gives us an opportunity not just to reflect on our strides and challenges, but to collectively shape a vision for the future. A future that will no longer measure success in terms of number, but in value. And I'm talking about value for audiences, value for investors, and value for creators, and values for Nigeria. Before I close, I wish to express my profound appreciation to all of you stakeholders of the motion picture industry who have received me with so much warmth and supported me and my team. I think we all deserve a round of applause. I want to thank the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Barrister Hannatu Musa Musawa, for her unwavering guidance and her support. The minister was on the federal government delegation to UNGA, and that's why she's not here, but she has sent a very worthy representative in the MD of the Nigerian Film Corporation. I want to thank the chairman of the House Committee and, of course, the managing director of the Bank of Industry, who also is in South Africa for UNGA, for graciously accepting to be the special guest and to chair this event. We will hear from him because he had a video recording. And to our Olori. I just sent a letter through someone that I know that Olori will not say no to. And Olori didn't say no. Olori said, when is the event? So I was not too sure. But Olori now sent and said, I like this topic. It's very good. Is there anything that you want me? I said, Olori is coming with that. Olori is coming with that. You know, very short notice to be our Royal Mother of the Day. Mama, I thank you so much. God bless you, ma. As part of the activities for this opening ceremony, we'll be presenting 5 industry awards along with 3 special honors. We will do that very, very shortly. We'll be doing the box office champion recognition, the audience choice recognition, and emerging distributors award, and 3 special recognition for service to the industry in the area of exhibition and the globalization of the brand. This award recognizes the creativity, the excellence, and impact of individuals and organizations that continue to push Nollywood forward. In addition, I'm immensely proud that tomorrow, right in this hall, we'll be celebrating some of our brightest stars and most enduring stars and legends of our industry. Icons who turned 50 and 60 in this year. Some people have met me and said they are 61. No. We are 52. No. Once you clock 50 this year, like 60 this year, like Francis Onche, FTA, you'll be celebrated. So we selected those who turned 50, not people who will be 50 in December or 51 in December. So we selected 50 and 60 years this year. So these individuals represent the strength, the longevity, and the brilliance of the Nollywood story. Their contributions have inspired generations, elevated our narratives, and shaped the identity of the Nigerian cinema. Honoring them is not just a celebration of age, but a celebration of impact, legacy, and extraordinary commitment to the craft. So as we reflect, I wish to reaffirm a principle that has guided our efforts, which is collaboration. Collaboration remains at the heart of our success at the National Film and Video Censors Board. Our work as regulators, creators, distributors, and partners is interconnected. Together, we must continue to forge partnership, share knowledge, and support solutions that balance creativity with responsibility. Once again, I welcome you to the 5th Peace Ayam Osigwe Nigerian Digital Content Regulatory Conference. I wish you all productive deliberations, insightful conversation, and an inspiring 2 days ahead. Thank you so much for finding time to listen to me. God bless us.
Thank you very much. We'll take round of applause again for the Director, Executive Director, Nigerian Film Video and Censors Board. Thank you very much. So media, please can you confirm if we have the journey so far of the Peace Ayam Osigwe Nigerian Digital Content Regulation Conference? Great. Ladies and gentlemen, who presents the journey so far?
Body they throw me like a bono. Body they rise in my tono. I say color your crocodile, no go this logo. Kelly they bossy my pololo. Can make a salute your komodo. Kelly if you balance Diego, I give paper. No go do me Diego, my Maradona. Kelly fall up your sueto, mama Farisa.
Welcome to the 4th edition of the Peace Ayam Osigwe. Osigwe Nigeria Digital Content Regulation Conference, which is powered by the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy. It's also brought to you by the National Film and Video Censors Board. Indeed, a privilege to stand before you this morning as the convener of this event. My name is Isabella Adedeji.
Only good things you do when they make me go low.
Executive Director, the Chief Executive Officer, the NFVCB, National Film and Video Censors Board, Dr. Shaibu Hussein. The Queen of African Media, Dr. Mo Akuyo.
For everyone that has been successful, they said no to 10 others. So it's a matter of you've got to keep going. And what I always do is I ask for feedback. So every time I share a story and they're like, well, we're going to pass. I'm like, why are you passing?
It's a pleasure for us to have him. One of the awards has been taken back to Silverbird office and he will receive that one there. But he also got Christmas in Miami. That one made the box office too.
Freedom is my remedy.
I want you to know that to do what we did when we did was a very difficult journey. Prior to when we built the first cineplex in Nigeria, I roamed around the banks looking for money. The bankers at the time said nobody will watch movies in the theater in Nigeria. They asked me to prove it will work. I asked the bankers to prove it wouldn't work.
P-Square. Hey. Hey. Allez. 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 Allez.
All right, this is good, ladies and gentlemen. Can we put your hands together for ourselves? I mean, this has been a journey from the first edition, and of course, this is the 5th edition. Ladies and gentlemen, together we'll make our industry stronger and better. Please permit me to quickly recognize some of the guild's presidents that are here with us this day. We have the national president of NANTAP. NANTAP is the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, Mr. Makinde Adeniro, FTA. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Also, we have in the house the national president of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, Mr. Uche Agbo. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you for joining us. We also have the national president of AM, the Association of Movie Producers, Queen Blessing Ebigeson. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you. All right, we'll come back to more recognitions. I'd like to take one remark, and then before we come back to the online remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, with us this morning, the royal mother of the day. Please welcome with me our own Olori, Olori Temitope Enita Ogunwusi.
Thank you. I say a big amen to that. I think you all need to understand the importance of yourselves. You need to have an idea of how you transform lives, how you renew minds, and how you change several lives. The message you put out there, the content you put together, how life-changing it is. I am a living testimony to that. When I'm so exhausted, when I'm a bit restless, the only thing that comes to my mind is just sit back, relax, watch a movie. And I'm open to any. And the moment I connect, something changes. There's always something, there is always a message that I take home. There is this refreshing. There is always a new beginning for me. Please celebrate yourselves, because it's more of the spiritual than the physical. You are changing several lives. You will please permit me to stand on all existing protocol. It's a bit long, but we need to save our time today. But of course, I must acknowledge the representative of the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Dr. Ali Nuhu, the MD of Nigeria Film Corporation, of course, my darling sister, a pace setter. Please put your hands together for us. Sorry, I'm a bit biased, but she's my darling sister. Bolanle Austin Peters. I celebrate you, sis. Of course, I walked in here and I saw a lot of faces that really have been a part of my life as an on-air personnel. My dear brother, Mr. Said Balogun, I celebrate you. Stephanie Okereke, I celebrate you. And to my dear host, of course, it was quite impossible for me to turn this event down because of that great person that connected you and I together. It's a bit tasking for me. I had to come all the way from Ile-Ife this morning, but I said, because I'm a living testimony to this industry, I know how much this industry have changed my life. I need to come and encourage someone here to tell someone that you know what you're doing, you have changed a great queen of Ife Kingdom. Thank you. Members of the management board, distinguished Nollywood icons, policy makers, creators, innovators, stakeholders, and of course, my dear ladies and gentlemen. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to Dr. Saibo Husseini and the entire board of the gracious invitation that you've passed across to me to be here this morning, and for your steadfast commitment to nurturing the future of Nigeria's creative and digital ecosystem. Today, as we emerge not just to deliberate, but to reimagine the destiny of Nollywood, an industry that has journeyed from the modest beginnings to becoming a global force of cultural expression, national identity, and creative excellence. Put your hands together for yourselves. It's been a long journey. Nollywood's rise has been nothing short of extraordinary, super explicit. From mainstream sets to grassroots ingenuity to global streaming platforms and international recognition. As stories we tell, it has defined limitations and it has rewritten the narrative of the African cinema. But as we celebrate our achievements today, we must also confront the revolving realities of the digital world. This year's theme, from volume to value. The future of Nollywood in digital era is both timely and yet very transformative. For decades, the Nollywood have been celebrated for its volume, its sheer output, its unmatched pace, and its ability to engage millions of people, both home and abroad. But for the frontliner, for the frontier demands, we really need to put a lot more into action. It demands value in the depth of our stories, value in the accuracy of our cultural representation, and of course, value in the quality of our production and in the impact of our content, especially on our young people whose minds, what views are shaped by what they watch. But I can see a lot of improvement so far, that the movies that have been presented to the world, they are life-changing. We're now in a moment where digital landscape offers unprecedented opportunities to amplify our voices, extend our reach, and support our culture with pride. And yet, with these opportunities comes a lot of responsibilities. To unlock the full potential of Nollywood in this era, we must prioritize innovation, invest in digital infrastructure, emerging technologies, strengthen regulatory systems that are adaptable and forward-thinking, protect our intellectual properties with unwavering vigilance, and nurture talents, young, diverse, creative, and bold youths. Our filmmakers, our producers, our writers, directors, animators, content creators, and digital storytellers are lifeblood of this ecosystem. They preserve our identity, they shape our narratives, and showcase our heritage to the world. The work must be supported. We must safeguard and, of course, elevate them. And as a custodian of culture, and as the royal mother of this gracious event, I stand before you with a personal commitment to cultural promotion, integrity, and preservation. I will invite you all to please join me, and of course my dear husband, His Imperial Majesty, the great Oni Ade Babatunde Enito Ogunsi, in ensuring that Nigeria's cultural wealth remains dignified, protected, beautifully represented in every frame, every script, and every production. Our culture is a pride. Our diversities, that's where our strength lies. Our stories, that's our legacy. Let us be, therefore, very intentional about telling our stories that honor who we are, who we represent, stories that will inspire our people, stories that will carry our heritage across borders, stories that will raise the next generation to think, to dream, and of course, to believe. My prayer today is that a collective wisdom, innovation, and a passion will chart a bold, prosperous, and global relevance future for Nollywood. One rooted not only in the quantity of what we produce, but in the enduring value of what we create. Once again, thank you so much, and God bless all of you for giving me this great opportunity to be part of you. It's one big family, and like I said earlier, I pledge my 100% support to this great industry. Thank you, and God bless you.
I believe we want to join our hands again to celebrate the Olori herself. Thank you very much. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause again for the Olori herself. Thank you very much. Thanks for those punchy words and encouraging us that we impact lives. Thank you very much. All right, while she was speaking, a few other presidents worked in. The president of the Association of Voice Over Artists worked in, Mr. Segun Arinze. A round of applause for Mr. Segun Arinze. Thank you. All right, we also have in the house, there's something called Federation of Guilds and Associations. That's the combination of all the guilds. The president of that Federation of Guild is here with us, Honorable Said Balogun. Please a round of applause for Honorable Said Balogun, who will be coming, shortly for his goodwill message. Please, can I invite Honorable Said Balogun as he steps forward for his goodwill message. We'll also be having goodwill messages from some of our distinguished guests online. I want to believe that media is set. So media, please queue in for BOI while Mr. Honorable Said Balogun takes us on a very short journey of his goodwill message. Please a round of applause for Honorable Said Balogun. Thank you. Please, you can also join us live on Facebook at NFVCB Media. NFVCB Media, we're live on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Before I can say anything, please, somebody started what we're doing today, and the person is not alive. Can we all observe just 1 minute for late Peace Ayam Ozigwe, please? Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, respected colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is my prayer to bring greetings and goodwill to everyone here for the 5th Peace Ayam Ozigwe Digital Content Regulation Conference organized by the Nigerian Film Video Censors Board. The annual gathering has grown into one of the most important platforms for the Nigerian creative industry, a place where practitioners, innovators, regulators, and thought leaders come together to reflect, collaborate, and chart a better path for our digital content ecosystem. From its inception, this conference has constantly encouraged constructive, conservative, built partnership, and promoted an enabling environment for creativity, film, culture, and innovation. Late Prince Ayam Ozige was an iconic film entrepreneur, an author, founder of African Movie Academy Awards, AMA. She was a pioneer whose visionary work greatly impacted the Nollywood film industry. As we honor her legacy today, we are reminded of our responsibility we all share. Nollywood must not entertain the world. It must also uphold professionalism, integrity, and excellence. This year focus on standards, professionalism, and the role of guilds and associations is just perfect at this time. Our industry is evolving rapidly, and the future demands structure, stronger institutions, and deeper collaboration. I am proud that our guilds and associations are increasingly stepping forward to strengthen ethical products, improve training, and build systems that support both creativity and sustainability. I commend the Nigerian Video Censors Board under the leadership of Dr. Shuaib Hosseini for constantly creating opportunities for dialogue and progress. I also commend the stakeholders present. Your participation demonstrates commitments to the growth and global commitments to Nigerian film industry. As we begin this year's conference, I wish everyone fruitful discussion, meaningful connections, and outcomes that will move our industry forward. On behalf of the Federation of Nollywood Guilds and Associations, I extend my goodwill and full support. May this conference inspire ideas, action, and strengthen Nollywood for generations to come. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Said Balogun, representing the Federation of Guilds. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Bindia, please confirm that we have BOI queued on.
Over the years, Nollywood has grown into the world's second largest film industry, producing about 2,500 films. Over the years, Nollywood has grown into the world's second largest film industry, producing about 2,500 films each year and continuing to expand. Distinguished guests, esteemed stakeholders in the Nigerian film and creative industry, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a pleasure to join you at the 5th edition of the Nigerian Digital Content Regulatory Conference. This year's theme, From Volume to Value, the Future of Nollywood in the Digital Era, captures an important conversation about how our film industry is evolving from high-volume production to high-value creation. Over the years, Nollywood has grown into the world's second-largest film industry, producing about 2,500 films each year and continuing to expand. Its consistent growth and global relevance reflects Nigeria's creativity, resilience, and more importantly, our entrepreneurial spirit. Nollywood has become a cornerstone of our creative economy, creating jobs, celebrating our culture, and amplifying Nigeria's voice around the world. Beyond entertainment, it drives youth empowerment, innovation, and economic diversification. At the Bank of Industry, we are very proud to champion this growth, Through the $617 million IDICE program, delivered with the support of African Development Bank and other partners, we will provide financing that help filmmakers and entrepreneurs turn creativity into innovation, jobs, and sustainable impact. Our vision is clear. We want a digital and creative economy that thrives in both scale and substance. Under our 2025 to 2027 corporate strategy, at least 15% of BOI's funding supports digital and ICT projects. To actualize this vision, we must keep investing in digital infrastructure, skills development, and partnerships that connect creativity with finance and technology. I must commend the National Film and Video Censors Board for convening this dialogue. I also celebrate our filmmakers, producers, and investors who continue to tell Nigeria's stories with excellence. As we shape the future of Nollywood through today's discussions, let us remain united in creativity, innovation, and purpose. Together, we will ensure that our creative industry continues to be a cornerstone of Nigeria's prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the MD CEO, Bank of Industry, Dr. Olasipo Olusi. Media, can you confirm if we have the other ones on queue so we just take all the remarks together? We're expecting to hear from TikTok, the head of government policy, Mr. Tokumbo Ibrahim. Also expecting to hear from Mr. Stephen Marcos, the producer based in South Africa. We're also expecting to hear from Dorothy Wiener of Berlin International Film Festival. Please, media, just confirm we have.
Good morning, distinguished guests. My name is Tokumbo Ibrahim. I'm the acting head of government relations and public policy for TikTok across sub-Saharan Africa. First of all, let me sincerely apologize for not being able to be there in person with you all today. Dr. Shuaibu, Executive Director of the National Film and Video Censor Board, representatives of the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy, industry leaders, filmmakers, creators, and stakeholders, good morning. It is truly an honor to join you, even virtually, at this 5th edition of the Digital Content Regulation Conference. Let me begin by commending Dr. Hussaini and the team at the Film and Censor Board for the consistency and vision that have made this conference an important platform for dialogue and collaboration in Nigeria's creative ecosystem. Each edition has deepened the conversation around regulation, innovation, and responsible storytelling. And this year's theme, from volume to value, could not be more timely. Across Nigeria and the broader African continent, the motion picture industry is experiencing tremendous growth, not just in the quality of the content produced, not just in the quantity of the content produced, but also in the quality of stories being told and the global recognition they are receiving. Platforms like TikTok are proud to play a part in this evolution, helping creators, filmmakers, and storytellers reach audiences across the world while contributing to local economic opportunity. At TikTok, our mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy, and we believe that responsible, inclusive, and culturally grounded creativity can be a powerful force for national development. This is why we continue to collaborate closely with the government agencies such as the National Film and Video Censor Board and other partners in supporting digital literacy, safety, and creator capacity building initiatives. As we look to the future of Nigeria's motion picture industry, conversations like today are crucial because they help ensure that growth is not just in numbers, but in impact, sustainability, and good competitiveness. On behalf of TikTok, I extend our warm congratulations to the organizers and all participants. We are proud to be part of this important journey and remain committed to supporting Nigeria's creative economy to move confidently from volume to true value. Thank you, and I wish you a successful and inspiring conference.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Markovitz. I'm a producer and distributor from South Africa. I'm sending you this message to wish you all the best with your conference over the next few days. And, you know, we've always looked to Nigeria as the leader of the film industry on the continent. There's so much innovation, so many new ideas that we always look to what's being trailblazed there and how that can work elsewhere. So I'm sure your discussions will cover a lot of ground that will reverberate well beyond the rooms you're in. I consider myself a student of Nigeria. Every time I come there, I feel I've learned a little bit more, but I still got a long way to go. I was there a few weeks ago in Lagos, and I came away confirming for me that Lagos, especially at this time of year, is the most dynamic city in Africa. My countrymen and colleagues from South Africa would not like to hear me say that, but I truly believe there is so much opportunity and such a strong entrepreneurial spirit that I think is infectious for all of us from the rest of the continent. Also, I want to thank Dr. Shaibu Husseini, who I've known for many years, who's done so much for the Nigerian film industry through policy development, writing about it, talking about it, organizing, and so much for the African industry in building relations and partnerships. And I was very happy a year ago when he took the job as head of the Nigerian Film and Video Censor Board. I think it's really very special when industry goes into government. We need government to understand the industry more, and to have someone like Shaibu inside, I think is invaluable. And I think we will all benefit way beyond your borders. So Shaibu, please don't leave anytime soon. We need you there, and I wish you all the best with this conference. And my thoughts and wishes are with you, and I hope to be there next year for your next edition. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So he'll be here next year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dorothee Wenner speaking to you. I'm a filmmaker and film curator based in Berlin, Germany. From volume to value, the future of Nollywood in the digital age. What a great title and motto for the 5th edition of the Peace Anyam Osigwe Nigeria Digital Content Regulatory Conference. I'm sure this title would have been very much to the liking of the late Peace Anyam Osigwe, a woman who I admired for her courage and ability, not only to make plans, but who was blessed with strength and strategic capacities to transform visions for the Nigerian film industry into realities. I mentioned the annual AMA Awards as one outstanding achievement in her career. Peace was also a trusted friend, and I very much enjoyed making plans with her, embark on adventures. In my country, on many occasions, Peace was able to create a unique niche for herself as a versatile and outspoken ambassador who times and again amazed our audiences back home when exploring the richness and potentials of the Nigerian film industry. She was a unique pioneer and set many things in motion. But she left us too early. I am among the many people who feel proud and obliged to continue what she had started. From Mr. Shaibu Husseini, he explained to me, I know that this conference shares this ambition. I wish all the participants fruitful and interesting debates, which, that I'm sure of, will spark off brilliant ideas for the future ways and path the vibrant Nigerian industry will discover for itself. I can't wait to hear the results.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you want to put your hands together for our partners and sponsors, Dorothy Wiener, Stephen Marcus, and of course, Tokumbo Ibrahim. Please a round of applause for them. Thank you. Can we have the house light back? Thank you very much. Okay, so moving on. We needed to just take all of the goodwill messages and then the speeches before we start, moving into the panel discussions properly. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd still like to take one or two live speeches in the house. We've had, just to balance the gender, I'd like to welcome from the Anyam Osigwe family, Mr. Raymond Anyam Osigwe would lead the delegation of the Anyamo Sigwe family for a very brief remark. Please a round of applause for the Anyamo Sigwe family. Thank you. Mr. Raymond, Mr. Kennedy, and of course, Mr. George. Please a round of applause for them. These are the men who had remained a solid foundation for late Peace Anyamo Sigwe. Thank you, Mr. Raymond.
Well, that's the thing with the family. When you invite us, you get a bonus. We're here, three of us, to represent the family in honor of our sister Peace. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're humbled by the recognition of the Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board in establishing and renaming this event in honor of our sister Peace, of blessed memory. Peace, the founder of AMA, was a strong advocate for digital content and intellectual property protection for African cinema, particularly Nollywood. Her efforts were driven by the desire to promote the growth and sustainability of the African film industry. She always emphasized the importance of telling our stories in our own words. As a founder of AMA, which is globally recognized as an iconic brand that celebrates African film and rewards filmmakers and creatives alike who have showcased excellence in their craft and distinguished themselves in the film industry, she created a platform that has helped in establishing a benchmark that has enabled African filmmakers have their work adequately compensated because it's been benchmarked against other international standards. So AMA was never established as a local brand. AMA has always been established as an international benchmark out of Africa to the world. She was a strong advocate for digital content and intellectual property protection in African cinema. And the key reasons for this were in order to promote the quality and value, she believed in elevating the quality of African films and ensuring creatives received fair compensation for the work in the digital age. As a pioneer of the industry, she understood the importance of safeguarding intellectual property to encourage innovation and creativity. Some of you might know Peace was actually a lawyer, but she is, we like to speak to her in the present tense, she is a creative at heart. So protection of intellectual property was key in her mindset. The work done with AMA helped position African films on the international stage, emphasizing the need for regulation to maintain standards. She always focused on ensuring that IP protection. And in this regard, it helps drive economic growth in terms of addressing the issue of piracy and proper content management. She aimed to boost the industry's economic potential for Nigerian and African filmmakers. This conference, the Peace Anyamo Sigwe Nigerian Digital Content Regulation Conference, named in her honor, continues to address these issues, fostering collaboration between industry stakeholders and regulators. As creatives, each and every one of you here, and those not here present, you have a duty of responsibility to always undertake to do the creative work you do ethically for the good of the industry and for society in general. And I think was at an event, someone asked, what is my view on AI as it comes into the movie industry? And I simply shared that AI, like any tool, is good, and it can be bad as well. It's all in the use and how you use it. So as filmmakers and creatives, I simply urge you to, if you embrace AI, because the future is here, as the saying goes, do it with a sense of responsibility and stay focused on and stay true to the values of African film and cinema. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raymond. Thank you. We'll be having our keynote speech very shortly. I'd like to please again recognize one of the presidents of the guilds and association, the president of the Creative Designers Guild of Nigeria, Mrs. Joy Akinyemi. Please a round of applause for her. All right, back to the queen of theater, the queen of stage and screen, who will be speaking to us on the theme of this conference, from volume to value, the future of Nigerian motion picture industry in the digital age. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Yeye Bolanle Austin Peters. If you were here over the weekend, I'm sure you'll clap again. If you saw the pictures, if you saw theater, if you saw the use of space, I'm sure you want to celebrate Bolanle Austin Peters for holding forth and for keeping the theater alive. Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote speech for 5th POW. Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now, I have many titles. I'm Yeye. What? I'm BAP. Thank you so much for having me. Dr. Shaib, you're amazing. Thank you. You know, I walked into the room this morning and I thought, this is a very well-organized event. And I think we need to give a round of applause to the organizers. Very professionally done, beautifully done, and very well coordinated. We must celebrate these things because sometimes we take it for granted and then we keep saying government is not doing, government is not doing. This is government event and it's like any other corporate event. So well done and kudos to you. So, Queen, sorry, all protocols. Nice to be with you again. Thank you so much. And everybody here, colleagues, friends, it's an honor to be here this morning. I'm particularly humbled to be speaking here because I'm sure some of you know that I'm like a spy on a lot of WhatsApp groups about films. I don't talk, not because I don't want to talk, but because a lot of these groups have the most amazing minds. When they analyze movies, when they deconstruct, when they construct, they're like professors, doctors, so many people speaking there. So me, I just listen and I say, wow, these guys are so brilliant. What can I offer? Filmmaking is a very, very good example of what I'm talking about. So for me, it's really humbling to be here today, to be able to speak for once about movies, because I hardly ever say anything on these platforms. And second, it's an honor because of my friend, my late friend, Peace Anya Osege, that is being honored here today. It is on the works of people like that we're all riding on today. So Raymond, Kenneth, and all the family that are represented here, may her soul continue to rest in peace. As a filmmaker, we all strive in this extremely fascinating, potentially rich, but also chaotic environment, because we struggle. We struggle for many reasons, for funding, lack of infrastructure, distribution. The challenges are a lot. But in spite of that, we keep churning out content after content and have built an industry that the world says is number 2 in terms of content production. So no matter what we say about ourselves, something is working. So every filmmaker in this room needs to celebrate himself or herself for having done work that has made us noticed on the international stage. So today, I want us to talk about, amongst ourselves here, about the topic volume to value. What is this about? We all say that Nollywood is number 2 in the world, but at the end of the day, volume versus value, quality versus quantity is what I want us to think about today. Are they mutually exclusive to each other? Can we have a voluminous industry that is also qualitative? Those are the things that we want to look at this morning. If we look at Nollywood, Nollywood was built purely on, well, not purely. Nollywood was built on volume. A lot of movies come out of Nollywood every year. And people watch, and a lot of criticism, a lot of comments, a lot of praise. But the question is, why do we have so much coming out of Nollywood? Most times, it's because of survival. People produce content because they need to survive. In an industry where subsistence is the order of the day, a lot of people just need to keep churning out this content. Exhibitors want the content. Distributors demand that they bring this content. Young filmmakers need to create content that will allow them grow their body of works. So inevitably, quality will be compromised. In addition to that, some people just produce films on a regular basis because they want to stay relevant. There are loads of filmmakers in Nigeria who just keep churning out content because they want to be relevant. They don't want to be forgotten. So therefore, in the course of doing this, we lose quality. Sometimes it is because there's a target audience. We all talk about it. We say, oh my goodness, this is bad, this is bad. But guess what? People are watching this. And some people do love this. They don't care. They're not Ali Nuhu. They're not Francis Owuche, who is like, oh, you know the grading. Oh, you know what? The sound quality is not good enough. People are consuming these things because they're telling our stories. And truly, the producers recognize that they have a market. So therefore, they continue to produce this content, and we are like, oh my God, it's not good enough. It's like, but they are serving and filling a niche or a need in society. And sometimes, some people just produce work that is not nice because they just don't know better. They do it because that's the limited understanding they have of quality. Because quality can sometimes also be very subjective. Whatever the case, it has brought us to this point of fame or infamy, right? So, some of us in this room, on the other hand, believe in quality. We say to ourselves, oh, our films have to be really good, global standards, you know, I want my film to compete internationally, etc., etc. But the question is, in Nigeria, can we realistically compete globally with the funding that we have for movies in Nigeria? When we celebrate, oh my goodness, this movie we spent so much money on this movie and it's $1 million. And you're like, oh, wow, that is really, really huge. Your counterparts are spending hundreds of millions of dollars. And we're saying to ourselves, oh my goodness, I've overspent. Budget is a limiting factor for quality at times, no matter what we say. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys. So when people tell us all the time, oh my goodness, oh, Bolale, you can do a film with 300 million naira, and you're like, really? That is the budget for coffee for some production houses abroad. Am I right? So some people want money. They keep telling you that, oh, do this great film, but the resources are lacking. So I give you an example. When we did 93 Days, 2016, we spent $1 million then. We never talked about so when people talk these days, I spent $1 million, I said we spent it in 2016. But this was the difference. We knew we'll never make that money back from box office. So we used other people's money. It was all NGOs, it was people that gave us the money to do that film. And true to form, when the film came out, Nigerians were not interested in that film. Who cares about Ebola or who helped us save Ebola? Nigerians want to laugh. People are going through so much pain and drudgery. They don't care about all these your highfalutin, high-tech film. The average person on the streets, when I was going to Ibadan, I'll never forget when Amazon was here. And one of those big films came out. You know, they're big, so-called big films. And all the billboards in Nigeria had this film on. And you know, I observe a lot. So I was looking at the traffic at that place in Ibadan, where you enter Ibadan, around Challenge. And I was looking at the average person on the street, and I said, this person is not even seeing this billboard. And the face on the billboards looks half-cast. Well, we're mixed race, sorry, I didn't mean that. You know, they don't care. That's not their focus. They just want to survive. So I end up spending $1 million doing 93 days, and nobody's watching it in Nigeria. It was a financial loss. If I had taken it out of my pocket, imagine how I would have felt. The same happened to half of a Yellow Sun, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Balogun is here. People invested money in this film, $10 million or thereabouts. It was a total and complete flop. Even when you go and bring in international actors, you think it will cross over. If you're not from that part and you're not the producer and you're not from those parts, it is not going to sell. So when we talk about quality, 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 who is going to buy these movies when you're spending a lot of money doing quality work? But of course, quality attracts expertise. To bring in the right quality of filmmakers, cinematographers, costume designers, makeup artists, all these people, you need to pay a lot of money. Again, can we realistically afford it? When we bring in cinematographers from South Africa, from Europe, from America, we know the amount of money it costs us. It's not the same as using a local DOP. So when we talk about spending a lot of money, quality, distribution becomes a problem as well. You do all these films, who is buying it off us? Who is going to buy a film that I spent $2 million producing in Nigeria? We have limited platforms. So again, we're handicapped. So when we talk about quality, is quality going to become financial ruin for me? No. So when I'm making some decisions, I'm asking myself, hey, Joe, listen, we can't spend more than 300 million for a Nigerian film. We can't spend more than 500 million because if we do that, we'll run into financial ruin. So therefore, cut back. So that is telling you that it's not lack of understanding of what quality is that is the problem in Nigeria. It is the absence of so many things that can make quality prevail in our environment that is stifling us. So when people come to preach to you about quality, you laugh because you know that the person even talking to you about quality, you have more quality than the person. But your environment is stifling you. An environment where lack of funding, lack of adequate infrastructure, lack of capacity, so many things are against us. But yet, we keep pushing. We keep producing. We keep churning our content. The world keeps noticing. and we keep saying we're not going to give up. In spite of the big boys leaving us, we say we're not giving up. You have to celebrate the spirit of the average Nigerian filmmaker, no matter what anybody says. But unfortunately, whether we like it or not, the world is becoming smaller and smaller. We live in a global village. So whenever I want to go into my room and say to myself, I don't care what they're doing in China. I don't care what they're doing in Japan. You should care, because the world is leaving us behind. When people are doing films that they're being celebrated in international festivals all over the world, how many Nigerian films can get there? How many, realistically? So we become an in-house entertainment center for ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is also value. That is also value. It's not everything that has to be monetary. So when people tell you that they go to box office and they make 100 million, 200 million, 500 million, you shake your head and say, Mashu, this is still where we are. But this is still where we are, but we're also creating value. So there's this juxtapositioning of so many things in our lives as a people and as an industry. So today we don't want to talk about value. What is value? What does value mean to you? Is value always about box office? Maybe value should be measured by legacy. What are we leaving? What are we doing? If we understand that storytelling is a very important tool in nation building and in changing the narrative of a people, we'll understand that storytelling is an important thing that we all have to invest in. It changes perception. The way America, Western world have been able to brand themselves is through their stories. You see them, they appear prosperous. Every time we do a story and we see ourselves always looking poor, dirty, filthy, it's like we are embracing that narrative that this is how we are as a people. So storytelling cannot be ignored. We have to invest in that space. So what is the legacy that we're leaving for future generations? When the quality of our content, when they look back 50 years from now when I'm gone, and all they see is their great-grandfathers looking dirty and scruffy and untidy. Does that really need a lot of money? We have to elevate. Nobody's going to help us. We have to do it ourselves. We can tell Nigerian stories, but elevate the quality of the look and feel without spending too much money. Value is also cultural. Our films are probably the biggest ambassador of Nigeria today. If you go to the Caribbean, if you go to North America, if you go to Southern Africa, everywhere in the world, Nigerian movies, the first thing they'll ask is, you're Nigerian? I like Aki Apopo. I like XYZ. Because Nigerian films have that reach that even our government cannot get to. So when our people understand that movies somewhat help to preserve our history and our culture, we'll understand that we need to elevate the quality of the content that we're bringing out. You know, I used to be a visual artist curator. And even when I was doing visual arts, I really did not understand the power of visual arts. So when I collected a lot, I have a lot of art. Now I sit back at times and I'm looking at a piece of art and I'm saying, my goodness, this thing has disappeared from the face of Nigeria. Yellow buses, Danfo. There was a time, it was all the series of artworks was always Danfo, you know, all these things. They're gone. That tells you how powerful the arts that you and I are creating are. When people remember the greats, they talk about Hubert Ogunde. Why? Because of the quality of the work that he left behind. Generations yet unborn are talking. They still talked about him at the theater festival that we had recently because of the quality of the work that Hubert Ogunde left behind. So, what model do we want to adopt as Nigerians? Do we want to still continue the, let's just keep churning out for the sake of churning out? Or we want to be like South Africa. We're mourning. Oh, they're spending more money in South Africa. If I have the money, I'll do that. Because the quality of the things that I see coming out of there, if I want to be competing on the global stage, there's nothing wrong. Compete in-house, that's fine. If you want to go international, you have to shape up. So do you want to be like them where they want to compete globally with the quality of the works that they're doing to have that long-term cultural and financial impact on their country? Or do we want to still keep playing in-house? So when I look at around us, I say to myself, volume and quality should not be mutually exclusive. We can marry both and make it work. We might not be able to get to the level of other people, but at least we can get to a reasonable level. And sometimes we need to say to ourselves, if I can't do it, if Steve Ayoride here is able to provide me with additional resources, things that I lack, why don't I collaborate with him so that we can just improve the quality instead of this me alone, me alone, me alone attitude that most of us have? Because collaborations will take us very, very far. So, there's some movies that I've done. In fact, one of my least expensive movies, Collision Course. Collision Course cost me 90 million naira to make then. 90 million naira. And it won awards. It won awards. So it's not always about big budget. It's about taking time to work on the pre-production, your script, your costuming, the set design, the attention to detail and sophistication. It's about us being able to create those credible stories, contemporary stories that people would look at and people would want to watch. You know, sometimes people criticize some of the things that we do at Terra, and I say to myself, it's not about me. I always say to my team, when I produce, I'm not producing for me, I'm producing for the audience. I'm always asking the question, what does the audience want? And I know my target audience. My target audience, they're middle class, upper middle class. What would they like to see? Would they want to come and see torn clothes on stage? Would they want to see dirt? No, they don't want to see that. So I focus on the finer details. I focus on sophisticated delivery. And it pays. I remember what am I saying? On Sunday, we were here, this same hall. We were showing a play. My boyfriend calls me Ma. We had a stampede outside. We filled this hall with 1,000 people, and there were still people queuing outside to come in. Because quality pays, no matter what anybody tells you. So, as a country and as a group of people, we have to commit. We have to commit to standards. International standards if we want to compete on that level. We have to learn to sacrifice. We have to sacrifice time, because a lot of times people are in a hurry. I've noticed it in Nollywood. You do a film today, people are asking, when is it coming out? And I'm like, is there a race? Why are you asking me when it's coming out? It'll come out when it's ready. So a lot of times we save our movies in post. Francis Owuche is here. One film I did, he hated it when he saw it. And I said, I'm still working on it. Give me time. Because you can save a film even in post-production. But you speak to somebody in Nollywood today, they shot the film 3 weeks ago, they're releasing it tomorrow. So what time did you even have to breathe over it, to marinate over it, to decide what and what does not work? So there has to be sacrifice. There has to be sacrifice in terms of funding, there has to be sacrifice in terms of time, and we have to slow down. Just have to slow down to seek perfection. This competition, oh, Kenneth released the film today, then I have to release a film tomorrow. Maybe it's not necessary. Just do you, and do it at the highest level of excellence. Now, what does that portend for this industry? If that happens, you and I know that by tomorrow, Nigerian films will be on the international plane. we'll be receiving more and more awards, we'll attract more money. You know, the reality is that if you get better, you'll get more money. So sometimes those who do business will tell you, it's better to do this thing and go broke. It will attract its own money for you. But we cut corners a lot. If we fix things like this, there'll be more jobs in this industry. More investments will come into this space. People talk about funding for movies. I'll give you an example. I really, honestly, with all sense of humility, and not because of my background, because of the work that we do, we have people who are constantly saying, can we fund your movie? It's because they know what they will get when they're done. I didn't even have a history in movie making. I don't have one. But people see the quality and they want to align and they want to support. But when people are uncomfortable or unsure of what they will get as an end result, nobody comes to you. And then you say, nobody wants to fund me. But have you looked inwards to ask yourself, why are they not funding me? So, doing things on a better, if we tweak things and combine quality with content, with quantity, it might go further than that. So finally, as a conclusion, I think that we as a group of people should transit, let us transit from being a factory of films to a foundry of cinematic excellence. If we do this, we will become that cultural superpower for Africa. That is what Nigeria has the potential of being. We must sacrifice quick profit. We must demand cinematic excellence and choose detail over speed. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I round up, I want to congratulate all the filmmakers in this room that when they do their next movie or their next project, no matter the size, it can be a 100 million movie, it can be 50 million, whatever the size, what you should be asking yourself is this: what enduring value am I leaving behind? When I'm gone, even whilst I'm here, would I be ashamed to watch what I did? And when I'm gone, what value would I have left behind in the works that I did whilst I was here? Thank you very much.
Wow. You want to do that on pulse again? You want to do that again? I mean, just heat it on. We don't want to be a factory of volumes. We want to be that one that has quality seamlessly joined together. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we'll have a very quick fireside chat, and I'm sure the moderator is already set to take her up and take her on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for a very, very quick fireside chat, Chioma Onyewe. Please a round of applause for Chioma Onyewe. Oh, you're here.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much for that keynote. I don't have any questions anymore. Like you touched on everything. It was fantastically done. So thank you once again.
You're welcome.
I know we use the term fireside chats, but who is cold? I think it's more of an air conditioner chat we're about to have. But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Dr. Schreiber, for having me. And I love that you said that value and volume are not mutually exclusive. And we know from the history of Nollywood, from VCD to today's YouTube even, volume has built audiences, right? But value is what you mentioned about legacy. So I wanted to ask, like, is there a way to do both? Is there a way to drive value and volume? You mentioned collaboration as one in your talk, but are there more, do you have more practical examples of how we can drive both as we move forward in the industry?
I think that, honestly, I don't think, like I said, that they're mutually exclusive. You can do a small budget movie, but the quality can still be good. Okay, in fact, I think I'll give a better example. We did big musicals at TerraCulture, stage musicals, for those who know what we do. And those stage musicals at times will cost us about 100 million, et cetera, to put together, because it's a lot of people, a lot goes into it. But recently, when funding became more and more difficult, we said, you know what? Let's do smaller stories. Let's do smaller stories. And when we have, let me project. When we travel, it's easier to move around. We used to take 50 people abroad. In these days, you can't afford that anymore. So we said, does that mean that we cannot travel anymore? We said, no. What we should do is look inwards and contract. Does that mean that the value of the production will suffer? We also said no. So we started the Dear Kathy series. It has been amazing. We're spending 1/10 of what we used to spend, and we're making more money from gate earnings. Simple. That tells you it's not about cutting back. It's about just tweaking your content style. We don't cut back on excellence when it comes to costuming. We don't cut back on excellence when it comes to stage design. Those production values that people cut back on, I never cheat on them. I say this to Joseph, my co-producer, and my team. I said, cut back on things that will not reflect in the final product. So you guys, I like to eat. Cut back on food now. It will not show in the movie. They will laugh your eye. I said, but will it show in the movie when we're done? I said, so cut back on those things that will not, well, you cannot cut back on costume. You cannot cut back on set design. You cannot cut back on the quality of the cinematographer. You can't cut back on the critical things that will be on stage permanently and on screen. And that is the issue here. Does that answer it?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So what does value look like today when you look at Nollywood, artistically, culturally, commercially? What is Nollywood's value today?
I alluded to it earlier, but I think that if we look at the way the world perceives Nigeria, we are part of the storytelling or the mapping of Nigeria. So when people see Nigerians outside, they think certain things of us. It's the way we have projected ourselves on screen and on stage. So the average Nigerian is seen as XYZ because in movies, that is the way we portray ourselves. We portray ourselves as being poor and that's the way people see you. But the Western world have understood the power of marketing and branding. They brand everything. They spend more money branding than they spend sometimes on the content creation. We do the opposite. We leave ourselves to be branded by others. And then we focus on just doing, wishy-washy work and expect people to, no. We have to brand ourselves as what we want people to call us. I remember a very simple story. Shafi Bello, she probably doesn't remember, she told me this on set. She said, BAP, when I first came back to Nigeria, nobody would give me the roles that I wanted. Nobody. So I decided to start taking my clothes and my jewelry to set. Now, this is very fascinating for me as a producer and director. If you ask an actor, bring your clothes, wear your... Never. Why? His movie. And I'm laughing and I'm thinking, it's your face they're seeing. They won't see my face. What's my problem? Wear rags. But this is a woman that was ahead. And I'm not saying that we should not supply, please, before they quote me wrong. But she knew where she was headed. She said she'll bring her clothes, she'll bring her hair, her jewelry. And then the first film she did, and people saw her as a rich woman. All of a sudden, the role just started pouring in. And I say this all the time to my team. There's a lady, Tana Adelano. I will say it here. Tana is brilliant. Tana, when we were doing Blink Lagosians too, Tana will bring her shoes, her bags to complement everything that I brought. She says, sis, we have to represent. We can't be saying we're rich and then we're looking one kind. So everything is about positioning. Everything's about how we brand the industry. Everything's about how we brand ourselves. So value is not only about me just saying, oh, I made 100 million at the box office. It's about the legacy of what people remember when they watch that film. Blink Lagosians 1 till tomorrow, people talk about it. They say to me, oh my God, that film really gave me an insight into the world of the rich, and I didn't really do much. The second one, you will see rich. So what I'm trying to say is that we have to look past the immediate and say to ourselves, when I'm not here, what do people take away from this product that I created? And that is the true value of your work.
That's great. So we measure success beyond the box office, beyond the views, and it's basically as a cultural statement, because that's what we do as filmmakers. We're not just making content or making films. We're creating an impression. We're branding ourselves and our nation. So it's a great way to describe value. But for your, I think not just the bots. So how do you mentioned just now about how there are things you don't compromise on, right, on set, and everything that goes into the screen. And everything that goes on the screen. So the production design, the cinematography, you don't compromise on that. But for an industry where for a lot of the practitioners, the turnaround time is key. And turnaround time is key because finance is hard. What are the tips you can give to how to maintain excellence, or how to personally maintain excellence in cutting back, in creating? Are there any tips you can give us?
I think I'll say very simply, people need to partner. Honestly, a lot of people that are doing things that they're not. Look, people call themselves producers, executive producers. They can't raise money. You're not supposed to be an executive producer if you can't raise money. There's a role for everyone. I don't know if this makes sense. You cannot be an executive producer if you don't have the capacity to raise funds. You cannot be a director if you cannot direct. So when people come to me and say, BAP, I'm doing this film, I need help, and I'm thinking, but you should never be doing this to yourself. You're putting yourself in a place where people will insult you. Collaborate. Go and meet Mr. Femi Odugbemi, say, Oga, please collaborate with me. I have this wonderful idea. I have 50M. What can you bring? Can you give me equipment? I was talking to Raymond. He says he has equipment. Immediately I said, come and support me. That's the way. You have to just, you have to quickly plug in when you see things and you see what people can bring to the table. You say, I want to partner with you. I want us to do things together, because you can't do some things alone. Some things are so expensive and so tough. We have to learn to partner. We have to learn to pool resources. There's some people that are very close to me when they're doing their films. They just call me and say, BAP, we need costumes. Because I cherish my costumes, I'll say, okay, I'll loan you, but I'll pull my team. Pay for my team to support you whilst they're there. And that's collaboration. Imagine how much they would have spent on costume, 20 million, whatever. Now it's free for them. So these kind of things are the things that we're talking about, that it might not always be about cash. It might just be in kind. What can people do to make sure that they alleviate the pain of your production?
Thank you. That's a great answer. I think we all need to collaborate more. We're running out of time. I'm going to... So your career has evolved from law to visual arts, stage, screen, and you keep evolving. So in the next 10 years, I'd say, what do you hope that Nollywood looks like, or the film or the motion picture industry looks like, creatively, structurally? What is your vision for the industry?
Well, I'm a Nigerian. I believe in Nigeria, and that's why I haven't left Nigeria. So I believe Nigeria is going to be great. I believe that every single person here is writing the story of the future of Nigeria. I believe that if every single one of us applies ourselves as much as we can, we'll have a greater nation. I believe that we need to do a lot for the younger generation coming behind us, because a lot of them do not have a lot to ride on. And some of us have acquired so much knowledge, so much expertise, that we need to invest in the younger generation. And I think if we do that with how things are going in the creative space, this industry is, even without a lot that is being done, you can see the growth. There's some setbacks here and there, but overall, this industry is positioned to be really, really great. So we're here, we're going to dominate, we're going to take over, and Nigerian creatives are going to rule the world. So I'm not worried about that at all. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. And she's walking the walk as well with the Terra Academy. So she's trained tens of thousands of young people in the country. So basically, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the keynotes. It reminds us that value is not about volume, but it's about vision. It's about having a voice. And thank you so much. Thank you to the enemies.
All right. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Bonanle Austin Peters, FTA. She's a fellow of the Theatre Arts. Please a round of applause for Mrs. Bonanle Peters, and of course, Chairman, thank you very much. So we'll be having presentation of awards shortly after we hear from the Minister, Honorable Minister, the Federal Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and Creative Economy, Barrister Anatu Musawa, who is able to be presented by the MD Nigerian Film Corporation. Please welcome with me for his remarks. Afterwards, we'll be having the presentation of awards because the panelists, the moderators for the first and second panel sessions are already set. Please welcome with me a brother, a friend, a colleague, and of course the MD, like the DJ introduced my brother MD, Ali Nuhu. Dr. Ali Nuhu, a round of applause for him. Thank you.
The Executive Director of the National Film and Video Censors Board, Dr. Shuaib Hosseini, Speaker of the Day and founder of the Lagos International Theatre Festival, Bonanle Austin Peters, representatives of the Anyam Osigwe family, Mother of the Day, Olori Temitope Eniton Ogunsi, Presidents of AMP, DGN, NANTAP, AVRS, CDGN, AGN, Federation of Guilds, Association of Voice-Over Artists, founder of NIFS, representatives of the heads of MDS, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to represent the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Barrister Hannatu Musawa, at the 5th International Peace Anyam Osigwe Digital Content Regulation Conference. This platform, inspired by the remarkable legacy of Peace Anyam Osigwe, continues to shape critical conversations about the future of African storytelling. She believed in an industry that was bold, uncompromising, and globally competitive. Today, we gather to advance those ideals. This year's theme, From Volume to Value, the future of Nollywood in the digital age, speaks directly to the evolution of our film industry. Nollywood has been long celebrated for its incredible volume, the sheer number of films produced, the relentless creativity, the unstoppable spirits of our storytellers. But the digital age now demands a new frontier, one where quality, structure, sustainability, and global competitiveness define our next chapter. Nollywood is no longer just a national industry. It is a global force. Streaming platforms, expanding broadband access, digital distribution channels, artificial intelligence, and new forms of content consumption are rewriting the rules of production, marketing, and monetization. This moment is an opportunity for Nollywood, not only to grow, but to transform. To move from volume to value, we must focus on strengthening creative standards and global competitiveness by investing in world-class talent development, improved production environments, and professional structures that supports writers, directors, actors, technicians. Quality is no longer an option. Quality is no longer optional. We must protect intellectual property in the digital era where piracy has evolved. Thus, our regulatory framework must evolve. As a ministry, we are deepening collaborations with guilds, digital platforms, international partners to ensure that the creators earn fully and fairly from their work. We must also build a sustainable creative economy where financing models reward professionalism, partnerships that open export markets, investments in digital infrastructure, and support for the next generation of storytellers such as animators, VFX artists, content creators, and virtual production innovators. As we deliberate today, let us commit to a Nollywood that is not only prolific, but profitable. Not only visible, but valuable. Not only African in identity, but global in reach. To the organizers, partners, and participants, thank you for sustaining this vital platform. To the family of Peace Anyam Osigwe, thank you for giving the world a woman whose legacy continues to shape generations. And to our creators, keep creating. Keep telling the stories that only you can tell. Because in those stories lies our identity, our power, and our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for the MD, Nigerian Film Corporation, Dr. Ali Nuhu. Thank you very much. All right, please permit me to quickly recognize some of our very distinguished stakeholders, friends, senior colleagues in the House, while we prepare for the presentation of awards. Please join me as I recognize some of our friends. Stephanie Liners, MFR, is in the house. Please a round of applause for her. They're not sure you're in the house. Stephanie Liners. Stephanie, can you say hello to us? Yeah. All right. No, people didn't know you're in the house. Hi, welcome. Also, we have in the house, we have Chief Emeka Osai in the house. Chief Emeka Osai, thank you for joining us. Michael Parrish in the house. A round of applause for Michael Parrish. Thank you. And then we have Ijoma Ona in the house. Ijoma Ona. We have also Ijoma Richards in the house. We have Francis Onche FTA. Please a round of applause for Monsignor. That's what I like to call him. Of course, we have Norbert Ajebu Esquire in the house. Thank you for joining us. We have a foremost filmmaker with all of the accolades, Uncle Femi Udubemi. Please a round of applause for him, sir. Thank you. Thank you for joining us and having us in the house. We also have Mr. James Omoko. Please, Mr. James, a round of applause for Mr. James. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Charles Novia, the man behind virtually all of the criticisms you have constructively in the industry. Thank you. Please confirm once we're set. And then we have in the house the man behind the board, Best of Nollywood Awards, Mr. Seun Oloketui in the house. A round of applause for Mr. Seun Oloketui in the house. We have Uncle Greg Odutayo, FTA, the chairman of the body of fellows of the NANTA. Please a round of applause for Uncle Greg Odutayo. Thank you for joining us. We have Uncle Edmond and IB also in the house, FTA. Thank you for joining us. Also on that table, we have Uncle Charles Ubong in the house. Thank you for joining us. I saw Dr. Victor Okai earlier in the house. Okay. We appreciate your presence in the house. May I at this juncture invite the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Census Board as we do the honors this afternoon, Dr. Shaibu Husseini. Please a round of applause for him, please.
All right, this part of the opening ceremony will be very quick because we want to just go straight to the panel and continue. Last year, we started the tradition of honoring those who excel at the box office, and those, because much of our work that we do is to regulate distribution as well as exhibition. So this year, we have just a few awards to give out. And please, can you come very close to me with those stuff? For this year, the recipient of the Box Office Champion Award Funke Akindele's Everybody Loves Jennifer. Funke is not here. I called her and she traveled to Germany last night, actually. But we will present this award to her when she comes back. She said she wants to personally receive the award. But Everybody Loves Jennifer, although released in December 2024, in 2025, it made more money than the one that will even end up this year. So it made over 600 million in 2025 alone. If you add it to the overall box office of 1.5 billion, then you know that she's the reigning champion, and she has won it back to back for so long. Another round of applause for Funke Akindele. Just bring them. Now, this year, we had a box office winner, but the numbers are still counting because the film is still in cinema. I've watched it like 3 times. Not free ticket, so I paid. I usually pay to watch. I pay. I don't like complimentary at all. I pay. So we call this the Best Cinematic Impact Award, and it is for 2025, and it is presented to the film Ginger, produced by Bisola Ayola, Wumi, Bolaji Ogumola, Bukumi, and then of course Okwe Ajayi, and it's distributed by Cinemax. If the representatives are here, please, I want them to come on stage as I invite the representative of the minister to present this honor to them. If the producers of the film, this film, okay, Okwe, and the producers, if they're here, please come. And I invite the rep of the minister to present Best Cinematic Impact Award in recognition of artistic excellence, creative innovation, and box office success in 2025. Please go to the... Yes,
you should be part of the picture too, Dr. Shaib.
Where is somebody here? Give me another. You want to say something?
Good morning, everyone. And on behalf of the entire Ginger team, thank you very much for this recognition. Ginger is still in cinemas. I think we'll hit 500 million over the coming days. But as Mrs. Austin Peter said, you should be saying Omar Sheo to us because we spent a lot of money to get here. You know, but we're thankful to all the cinemas and all the audience that supported us. We're very excited about the film and the reception. Thank you very much. God bless.
Of course, another award that we give out during the digital conference is a film that is regarded as the Audience Choice Award. Of course, the film that will be the Audience Choice Award will be the one that has the greatest box office outing. And the Audience Choice Award, Everybody Loves Jennifer, Funke Akindele. So she's not here. we will present this award to her when she comes. She insisted that she will receive it personally. Before this. And then, of course, you know, it follows that when you have a film that is, you know, that has been declared as the box office film for the year, you also want to reward the distributor of the film. And the distributor of the year for 2025 is the Film One Group. The Film One Group. Film One. Okay, I think they have a rep here. Queen Ladun.
I saw Kane here earlier.
The Film One Group.
Okay.
Please, a round of applause for them as they come. So please, the middle.
What about this one? Will I take it back? No. Microphones.
And the last one that the rep of the minister will present is the award for the emerging distributor of the year. And the winner is Cinemax NG. Cinemax NG. And it's in recognition of their remarkable growth and exceptional contribution to the distribution and success of the best cinematic film of 2025, which is Ginger. All right, thank you so much, the rep. Yes, we will make the next presentation, and I want to, at this point, invite the rep of the Ayamosigwe family, Mr. Raymond, to be on stage to present these awards. There are practitioners who have taken the pains to take Nollywood global, to take it, you know, to all around the world. They have forged global partnerships, and they have had this sustained commitment to strengthening Nollywood. One of those that we'll be recognizing today is Mrs. Ijoma Ona, the founder of NIFS. She's here. Please, a round of applause for this woman who has taken us to Paris, to London, to Canada, to Germany. When you go and hear Nollywood, this is the woman who is doing it. Nollywood International Film Summit founder.
This award is for Outstanding Industry Practice and an international award brought to Ijoma Honor. Congratulations.
Honestly, I didn't see this coming. Thank you. Thank you so much for the recognition. I am so grateful to God for the journey so far in pushing international business for the industry. A lot of people here 15 years ago started traveling with me across different markets to distribute, to sell their content. And I am very happy that the industry has evolved and keeps evolving. And for everyone in this room who has also contributed in one way or the other to the growth of the industry, I celebrate you all. Thank you very much for this.
One more, sir. Thank you, man. There's one person who is not just an ambassador in name, but he's an ambassador himself. I know he will not like this because he just came straight from the airport and he didn't have time to go to his house. So don't mind the way you will see him appear when he comes here. But please, one person who has taken us, in fact, he runs one of the most successful travel film festivals in the world, Ambassador Michael Parish Ajiri. Please don't mind him. He's not a diplomat now. He actually told me that he doesn't like the way he looks, but man, you have to do it for us. Ambassador Michael.
Congratulations, Michael Parish, for Outstanding Industry Practice International Award.
I think, good afternoon, everybody. Today is just a day of filled with surprises because this was the last thing I was expecting. Thank you very much, Dr. Shaibu and the National Film Video Census Board. Thank you, the I Am Osigwe family and the foundation. Thank you, Nollywood. This one is for us.
All right, thank you, sir. When I want something from the Osigwe's family, I will go and knock on his door. And then when I knock on his door, he will knock on so many other doors for things to happen. I mean, as I yesterday, last night, like 12 p.m., we're still talking about some level of support that we needed. And he told me, Shaibu, don't worry. I'm inviting him to come and present this next set of award. Uncle George, I Am Osigwe. Please, just two, sir. And the next person that will win this award is somebody who sleeps film. When you travel abroad and you mention his name, they will say, he's from Nigeria, we know him. He eats film, he talks film, he practices film. Everything about him is film. This award is Outstanding Industry Practice and the fact that these people have made our name to go global. Please, help me welcome Uncle Femi Odugbemi. He mistakenly didn't bring your plan. I'll get it to you, sir.
Congratulations for this award.
Thank you, Chair. What to say? It seems this is a surprise for everyone, but really just to say thank you for this. Thank you for serving. Thank you for everyone that's been honored here today who are here. Thank you for serving this community, and it's been an honor. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. He didn't want to say anything. I caught him off guard. Then we have two more before the main one, and that one will be presented by Olori herself, but this will be after 3 awards before I invite you. That's the grand one. This is for Outstanding Industry Practice too, and these are people who have, taken Nollywood to the world. We're together in Canada. I saw how they were talking about Nollywood because of this particular woman. Please help me to welcome the amazing, or her representative that is here, the MD of Blue Pictures, Joy Odiete. I saw her here a while ago. Mayowa, where did you take Madam to now? Okay, this is the representative, Mayowa.
Congratulations for your award. Okay, on behalf of Madam Joy Odiete, we say a very big thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I'd like at this point to invite all the ladies who are guild presidents in Nollywood. Let them come on stage now. President of AMP. I know that the president of Creative Minds Forum, president of CDGN. I know that President Mrs. Daisy Maduchikwendu. You have to come and make this presentation. All of you. The women are taking over Nollywood Guilds and Association. That's why you see some level of stability. And zero level of sit-tight syndrome, except for one guild. And we are gone to the mountain for that guild. That person must leave that position. Una go meet you there. I'm not going to shift. Wait. All right. So the recipient of this next award is the Amazon herself, Mo Abudu. Mo Abudu. If your representative is here because you told me you'll be traveling, please let the person come on stage and pick up this award. Mo Abudu. The Amazon herself. Okay. What gonna do there? This award is to someone who has put in so much to the industry, making the industry known globally. He has put in so much work. In fact, he flew in from the United States this morning after attending the American film market. And he told me, let me just take some small time to rest small somewhere and then I'll come because I'm jet lagged. And I knew he was jet lagged. Please, if your hands are not too busy, this award is for Mr. Moses Babatokpe. No, why? You are receiving on his behalf. Now soon a planner. Okay. So,
okay. They said they will give me moral support. So, on behalf of the National Film and Video Census Board, we, the female presidents in Nollywood, heavyweights in Nollywood, we are presenting this award to Moses Babatokpe. Okay, we'll receive on his behalf since there's no one yet. Oh, you are standing him.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Shuaib Hussein, and of course, National Film Video and Census Board. This award is received on behalf of Moses Babatokpe, the MDCU for Niles Group Entertainment that I also work with. He came in and then quickly stepped out, and hopefully he'll be back. But he's on the panel tomorrow. I'm sure he will also express his thanks. Thank you very much, and have a good.
Congratulations. One more.
And the last one before the big one is to one woman whom I really want us to applaud I know she's not here because she traveled as soon as she rested. That festival that took so much time to do. That woman has invested, that lady has invested so much to this industry, and is the reason why Nollywood is, mentioned globally. Please join me with a round of applause as I invite anyone here who is representing Chioma Ude, the founder of AFRIF, the founder of AFRIF. Okay, Dan Chris. So who is doing this now? He's coming to pick.
Oh, okay. So on behalf of President Blessing said we're heavyweights. So on behalf of the heavyweights, we present this to a woman we all respect.
Thank you very much, our heavyweights. And I'm sure Chioma is also a heavyweight. I received this on behalf of Chioma Ude, founder of Africa International Film Festival. I'm sure she will be pleased and delighted to have this. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you very much, heavyweights. All right, at this time, I want to invite our Royal Mother of the Day and also invite the representative of the minister to join her so that we present the very last one. Yes, please. Please join royalty on stage to present this one. And also because the person I want to call is both accomplished in theater and also accomplished in film, I will invite the president of NANTAP, National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, to please join them while we make way and for her to join, to come up and receive the award. And then I would also like to invite a man who wears both cap, both theater and film. And there are a lot of them actually in the house who wear both caps to also join Olori to give out this award. Uncle Mahmoud Ali Balogun. This is the last of the awards and is for outstanding contribution to film and screen development. And it is in honor of her extraordinary creative vision, pioneering leadership in theater and film, and our unmatched contribution in elevating the standard of storytelling and movie production in Nigeria and beyond. Please, with something like a standing ovation, let's welcome Bolanle Austin Peters, FTA. Bring the frame. Bring the frame too.
Please don't stop clapping. It's truly a well-deserved honor. Sis, we are really proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, you guys want to make me emotional. I always abuse people that get awards. Why are they crying? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to my team. Some of them are here. Joseph. That was when I was younger. I didn't look like this anymore.
Forever young. Right. Is that all? Yeah. You want to talk? Wow, you agree with me that this is deserving. This is deserving. This is deserving. She's put in so much. I remember Theatre Terra, you know, many years back, and of course all of the films and all of the support, you know, and then of course also pulling all the big weights into the industry. We appreciate you. Let's celebrate the living legends. Yeah.
Thank you. I've been told to say something. I think I'm better composed now. So I just want to say that I don't even know what to say. You know, I came here to give a speech. I didn't know I was getting an award. And, oh, gosh, I'm actually emotional. I don't know why. I've done what I've done because I love it. I've not worked to be celebrated, to get awards, to be seen, to be famous. I just do me. And I tell people all the time, when people say, oh, BAP is this, BAP is, I said, they don't know me. I'm just minding myself. I go to my office, I do what I need to do. If I can extend some hand of whatever to other people, I do my best to do so. So I'm very grateful that some students from the academy are here today. I'm glad that Joseph is here.
Wow, what a moment. Awesome. Can we celebrate ourselves too? Can we celebrate ourselves? Yeah. And then she kept talking about legacy, not knowing that she will have a bit of it. Yes, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you. Thanks for also aligning with the associations. Yeah. I mean, we've been on productions where she will insist, where are you coming from? Are you registered with this? I mean, so this is really, this DJ won't join association. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this has brought us to the end of the opening ceremony. I believe you must have had some time to, express yourself. Can we celebrate ourselves again, please? May we rise as we take a national anthem, which will end the opening ceremony, and then we'll now move straight to the panel session. Like I said earlier, the panelists, they're all ready and they're all set. Yes, sir. So we'll stand by for the national anthem. Please may we rise. May we rise, please. GD, I hope we're good now. After my count, please. Please may we rise for the national anthem. After that, we'll take official photographs. The members of the panelists and all of them that are here, we'll take all of that. And in between that is a 5-10 minutes break. We can network, meet ourselves. And then, of course, we come back to start off with our first panel. The pledge. Wow, is that fine? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we all know the pledge. The pledge didn't change. All right, can we do that together now? 1, 2, go. I pledge. This DJ is not with us. We've all joined CDG and Abi. All right, I pledge to Nigeria, my country. 1, 2, go. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. Thank you very much. I thought I heard to serve Nigeria is not by force. All right, please, can we have the official photographs now? This appears to be table 1, so can we please, if you don't mind, let's move to the stage. All of our distinguished personalities here, let's have. All right, please, let's move. Yes, ma. Yes, on the stage, to join. Sorry, ma. I'm sure. I'm sorry. Please, can we move? Would you mind me call names? Yes. Stephanie Linus, please move to the stage. Someone is there, please move to the stage. Charles Nowhere, please move to the stage. Emeka Osai, please move to the stage. Michael Parrish, please move to the stage. Auntie Lillian, please move to the stage. Ope, please move to the stage. Juliet Richards, move to this stage. We want to take an official photograph. Dr. Alenu, please move to the stage. Ijoma, please move to the stage. Let them keep moving. Okay, our keynote speaker, please. MD, Nigerian Film Corporation, please. Please, photographers, let's coordinate this. In another 5 minutes, we'll be done with the other photographs, and then we'll move straight into the first panel. Photographers, please, where's the official photographer so I can listen to that one? You? All right, great. Please, you can take the pictures. I wouldn't have to announce all of that. DJ, you can enjoy yourself in the next. The Anya Musogos, please move to the stage, please. We'll coordinate ourselves on the stage. Yeah, DJ, just bring it down, not too loud. Yes, please, let's move to the stage. It's a good time to fraternize. It's a good time to network. It's a good time to greet a friend. Mr. Steve Ayeride, please come move to the stage too. Uncle Greg, please move to the stage. Dr. Raphael Akman, please move to the stage. Busola, please move to the stage, please. Please. Uncle Greg Odutaya, please move to the stage. Please. We'll coordinate ourselves here. Vice All right, I can see a lot of our friends in the house. Please, once I call your name, please just move to the stage. All right, let's have Uncle Femi please move to the stage. Wow, photographer, how are you going to coordinate this? This is a bit too long. We can break it into 2 or 3. Yeah, so please, let's just break it. Okay. Yes, yes, official photographer, please go ahead. Yes, this is a good time to network. Please ensure you're connecting with people around. We have the giants in the house. The Guild's presidents are supposed to be on this stage too. Queen Blessing, President Joy. Yes, President Makinde. The Guild presidents, please be on the stage too. We will break it here, sir. We'll break it here. But please just be on the stage. John, I was looking for you. All right, so we'll break it into 2. The photographer is really doing a great job there. All right. I acknowledge Malam Abdul, Vice President for Association of Voiceover Artists. I see you, Malam. Are you still here? All right, I see you. Well done. I see a lot of our friends in the house. Uzadimo Petu, I see you. I greet you. I hear you. Uncle DJTA, FTA. I see you. I hear you. Yes. Hey, Padini, I see you. Yes. All right. We're getting